I was speaking to a dear friend yesterday, and we don't get to connect all the time. And she is one of the most effortlessly spiritual people that I know, meaning that that is the way that she is. It is her state of being. It's not something that she cultivates. And in fact, what we were talking about yesterday is the difference between the search and dig for personal freedom and then the allowance of yourself to just be, not judge yourself, not judge others, live in this life that God gave you. Welcome to Body of Truth. I am Rebecca Windsor. Body of Truth was born, it really was born in my effort to contribute to a conversation and start a dialogue about the importance of the wisdom of the body. The I had been living the lies that we grow to get used to telling over and over again. We're not even consciously aware that they're lies. And then abruptly, the screen was pulled back. My 25-year marriage ended with a phone call. My son shortly after left for college. So all of those things I used as smokescreen were no longer there to hide what was really going on. So I spent a good 8, 12 months fighting to listen. I didn't want to listen. I didn't want to hear the truth, but obviously I couldn't go on in roles that were no longer mine. So in an effort to grudgingly, I started to listen to the voice that comes from inside me. Sounded a lot like my rebellious teenage voice. And I've talked to other women since then, and they say that it's that voice. It's like, you were going to write a book. You were going to, it's kind of like that voice of your youth that still has all of the possibilities that are still within you. And so really the greatest gift of all of that time was I found that completely from a place of vanity and revenge body, I better at least be cute. I found that by going from the outside in, using my body as the medium to start to deal with these kind of tough subjects was absolutely a place where, without doing a million breathing exercises and meditations, I mean, there's a place for those things too, but for my entry point, it was literally opening up my body. And that's the kind of discussion that I really want to offer and open up to you as well. And just kind of give you my experiences, and maybe they'll strike a chord with you. I'm always eager to hear what you have to say, so please don't hesitate to leave a comment below. So she is younger than me, my girlfriend, and she is Colombian, and she has this very sage and wise countenance. She is far older than her numerical years, and she is what my mother would call an old soul. She has a certain natural wisdom in her that comes through when you speak with her. And what she was telling me yesterday is that she's been recently paring everything back and really concentrating on allowing herself to just live and be of service, but really just allow herself to live. And I agree with that. But my caveat to that was, in order to get to that place of being able to be and truly experience and really let yourself surrender to God, which is really what I feel like she's really at a new place and a new level of, you do need to do the self inventory that it takes so that you are telling the truth about yourself and not living in the lies that you've been conditioned to. Now, yesterday I spoke about ridding yourself of like stuff that's garbage and no longer belongs to you. And also, I also totally agree that we can all start to suffer of too much self-examination, right? Because then it becomes so studied, you become studied. That's not living either. But there needs to be a point at which you do involve and engage in that self-discovery. That line is very tough, right? Because you don't want to be analyzing life rather than living it. But a life that's not investigated isn't living. So I today I'm talking about that line that's not very easy. And I almost always fall very hard on one side or the other. I can just live and go for it, or I am completely stuck in journaling, sentence after sentence with these discoveries that then I need to force myself to sit with because I want to just run on to the next one. But no, you need to sit with them. So what I offer you today is, where are you today? Are you in the experiential side? Are you just living? I love that. Live it. Feel it. Be present and aware. That's amazing. Or are you a little more introspective, where you're kind of looking within, you got some things to weigh, some things that you want to maybe analyze or dig into? I honor that too. That's part of every one of my mornings. It's part of my journaling, inevitably. So I ask you to share with me where you're at today, interior or exterior, or maybe you've got the ability to blend both. I'm not so good at that. I fall sharply to one side or the other. And my challenge has always been to kind of try to get a little bit more to the middle line. And I'm much better than I used to be. The extremes are not quite as extreme, but they definitely do still exist a bit. So looking forward to hearing about your in the world or in your mind. Let me know, and let's start this discussion. I will see you tomorrow.